So you're lying in bed at night and all is quiet. Except, what is that noise? Is there something in the walls? Is it in the ceiling? And how did it get there? Is it going to damage my house? Or harm us? These are all good questions and need to have answers. Hey YouTubers, this is Bruce again here from Homes and Life. I'm here today to inform you about an issue that you may or may not run into in your house. Stay tuned and I'll tell you about this situation and how you can tell if you have critters invading your house. And if you feel this video was informative, please remember to click the like and subscribe buttons below. Many homeowners are shocked to realize they're not alone in their house and that they're being invaded. This may happen with animals, rodents, or the more insidious, sneaky insect types. Most often, your house will become their home because of their need for shelter and a place to reproduce or a place for food. You may not be aware of the problem until you see the signs that they've moved in. So let's take a look at some of these invaders and the telltale signs that you may have a problem. Let's start with the more obvious invaders, which are the diggers. If you're out in your yard and you see a hole with a mound of dirt nearby or up against your house, you could have a digger problem. These will usually be skunks or groundhogs, possibly even rats looking to gain access under your house. Opossums don't dig normally, but they're quite happy to use an access that somebody or something else has created already. The larger critters like this are most often pretty straightforward to deal with, as they're just looking for a place to nest. And there's not all that many of them. Snakes are also opportunistic, so making sure that there are no holes for them to gain access through would be wise as well. Then there's the climbers. The worst of these is also the most intelligent, and this would be the raccoons. Raccoons are smart enough to look for a place where they can make a nest and have a food source nearby, so cleaning and locking your garbage bins, as well as eliminating any other food source such as pet food, it's a good precautionary measure. Raccoons will often climb up onto the roof and gain access through the soffit area or vents that are in the roof. And if there's any hole, they can and they will make it larger to gain access. And if left alone, they can cause a lot of damage to a house. The next to the climbers are the squirrels, but they're so cute. They couldn't be a problem, could they? Well, yes, they can. They're usually searching for somewhere warm and dry to nest, and they can chew through vents and siding and soffits to gain access. These active critters may be heard at night as they chew things up to make a soft nest. Cutting back the trees around your house to make access to your roof a little more challenging could help here. It's interesting to note that squirrels and rats and mice are all rodents, and as such, their teeth continually grow. So they need to keep gnawing or chewing on things. So wood, electrical wires, even plastic plumbing pipe are all fair game for these critters. There's been numerous major issues caused by these little guys, from electrical fires to major plumbing floods. And their urine and droppings can also carry diseases dangerous to humans. The mice seem to be not as determined to gain access to your house, so blocking all possible openings will help with mice. Then there's the sneaky invaders. You may have major problems and not even suspect that you have issues with these guys. I'm talking about termites and carpenter ants here. these tiny guys sneak up on you and can cause major damage to the wooden structure of your house. It's estimated that in the United States alone, termites cause about $5 billion worth of damage every year. And they don't necessarily wait until the house is old, but will attack newer houses as well. In some areas, they say that it's not if you get termites, it's when you get termites. Now, termites are a little bit unique in that they can actually eat and digest the wood. Of course, they leave little termite droppings behind when they do that. They do like old, damp areas, so it's a good idea to clean up your yard, removing any dead and rotting wood. Look for the droppings and also piles of wings, because termites tend to fly to a new nest and then they conveniently put their wings all together in a nice little pile. So you may see a pile of wings, and there's a clue for you. The termites are at work in your house. And then there's the subterranean termites that like to be covered in a dark, moist place. And they'll actually build mud tunnels up the side of your house, say on your concrete foundation, until they can reach the wood where they can gain access. You can do a lot of research on eliminating these little guys, but you will probably have to resort to a chemical remedy. Carpenter ants are a bit different from termites in that they do not eat the wood from your house. They grind the wood up with their little mandibles, and their main purpose in accessing your house is to make a pathway to an area for the colony to live and grow in. They tend to prefer the softer areas of the wood, so they'll mostly hollow out the areas in between the grains of the wood. This still weakens the wood, sometimes to the point of collapse. You can look for signs of sawdust, and sometimes you'll see carpenter ants caught in spider webs in the basement. So you can see that these critters that may be invading your house can cause some serious damage. This is a situation where an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Do some research to determine the best way to critter-proof your property and your house, and then take the appropriate measures. In the majority of cases, my recommendation is to call in a professional pest control person to do an inspection. It'll cost you some money, but repairs will cost you an awful lot more money if the problem isn't remedied. Well, I do hope that this video has given you something to think about, and something that you can do to protect one of your biggest investments. Please remember to click the like and subscribe buttons down below. We've got more videos to come. Remember, life is an adventure, and I'll talk to you again soon.